Are my Hummel figurines worth anything? Oh my gosh. I mean, this is a question that unfortunately I'm asked all the time by friends, by customers, because back in the day, back in 1990 and prior, Hummels could have a high price of anywhere from $1,200 to $2,500 if you had the right one. And if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, Hummels, that's the little German figurines. They're porcelain, little boys and girls holding things, different scenes. They came in sizes of 5 inches, 7 inches, 12 inches. The bigger the better back in the day. But right now I can tell you what happened to Hummels. Basically, in the mid-2000s, with the online internet, people started listing their Hummels that they wanted to sell. And all of a sudden, a book would say a Hummel was worth $1,200, and they'd pop on to an online auction, and they'd see that same Hummel, not just one, but 30 of them, for sale from one at $1,200 at the book price. Well, then the other person's like, well, I'm going to undercut that because I want to get rid of mine. $1,100, $1,000, and then most of them $300, $200, to the point where eventually so many of those Hummels got put online that the Hummels went down from $1,200 at the high bid to $25, and they weren't selling. So what does that mean? It means your Hummels aren't worth very much. In today's market, you're lucky to get $5 to $25 per Hummel. Again, there's some big Hummels that are still valuable, but you know, that's far and few between. Some of the older marks, if anybody knows anything about Hummels, it's all the marks on the bottom. What is your mark on the bottom? That used to mean something, but I can tell you, even the most early marks right now are just worth $10, $20, $30. If you want to bring them in, there are businesses like ours, we still buy and sell. But unfortunately, we're buying and selling at the current price. I can tell you a quick Hummel story. Back in 2007, when it was first starting to go down, a lady called me over here on the beach. We're located in Florida. And she said, hey, I want to sell my Hummels. And I said, all right. So I went over to her collection. She had $144,000 book value in Hummels. So I was amazed. There was a lot of Hummels, and I'm starting to look. I'm getting excited thinking, boy, $144,000, I can make some money. I call up my Hummel people here because I was on a house call. I said, you're not going to believe it. There's $144,000 worth of Hummels. They said, okay, what's the list? I gave them the quick list back in the day. It took me a couple hours to do that. They phoned me back in a price, $12,000. That was it. I was so embarrassed. I had to walk up to these people and I said, hey, here's the price. Here's a $12,000 offer. Oh my God, they were aghast. They couldn't believe I was offering $12,000. Did you know that they called me 3 months later and they wanted to sell them to me? And Hummels had gone down so much that I could only offer them $8,000. And they said okay because their next highest offer was $7,500. So that's what Hummels are all about. They're not doing well. We still buy them, sell them, but they're just doing what the market bears, and I hope this helped.